they need to be heard for a lot of people to hear, right? And this young man, I am proud of him on so many different levels. I mean, y'all just don't understand how this young man used to like. When I say get on my nerves, I don't mean it like in a bad way, but I mean you know how you got a little person that you know and they just get on your damn nerves. This was him for me for a long time, but I'm happy to see that he has matured, grown up. Just kind of seeing life with a different lens. And so tonight it was a conversation that he called me about, and I we started talking, but I wanted him to relay what he was saying to me with the masses because I thought he said a few things that I thought were important, and I actually jotted those down. So hopefully we can get those back when he come back on. But yeah, I just wanted this to be a conversation with y'all, with between us, and it has a lot to do with this new DC curfew law. I know many people seen this video down at the Navy Yard, Chipotle. And I just found out after kind of reading it a little bit more, Champ, that it was actually people in the store when this happened. Didn't even know
Mm-hmm.
that. I thought it was maybe like closing for the night and something just kicked off, but I didn't really realize that it was still people that was in the store. So this conversation kind of just ties around the new DC curfew law, and it's a statute 22-811 contributing to the delinquency of a minor. And I've been reading through this thing just so y'all know this, just so y'all can see. I've been reading through this thing, and it's kind of serious, right? But my man Donnell, he said a few things in regards to Vincent Gray and his curfew law and things that were going on back then. So all I want to do is Donnell, just introduce yourself, give the folks just a quick snippet of how you know me and how we know each other,
All
and then we
right.
can dive right into the Vincent Gray and how your comparison to this new curfew law is kind of different compared to Vincent Gray curfew law.
Um, like you said, I'm Donnell. I'm Donnell Gibson, Southeast DC,
Oh,
born
okay.
and raised. Um, Kevin, my godfather, my uncle Kevin. You know, Sixth Street. Um, let's just dive straight into it. The Vincent Gray law from a man that I didn't like for a long time.
Mm.
Like, because I was like taking go away from us, strict on curfew. Now I'm young, not understanding like why. I know about the crime, I know about all the stuff that was going around, but I'm like, why? But the understand the importance of safety.
Hmm.
Got a lot of different crowds of kids. You got them kids that just like to be social, want to go out and have fun, be free. Then you got the kids that looking for stuff. They don't know how to act outside. They ain't know that they doing wrong. Some of them know they is doing wrong, but it's like it's just a mixture of everything. And then soft
Do they do
laws.
they do they really know they doing wrong? Do they really know that?
They don't know they doing right.
Okay, I like that. Okay,
They don't know.
okay.
They look and go see if they ain't got the parent in the household, or that some of them got the parents in the household telling them, "Hey, this how you act outside." Some of them watching their parents act like they act, you know.
That's it.
So they repeating the cycle of immaturity. I guess we're gonna call it that,
Yeah,
and
we
not,
can call it
you
that.
know, and you're not knowing, and then you're wrong. You got the parent in the household telling, "Hey, no, don't do this," and woo woo, not showing their kids none of those things in the household. But when they go outside and they're amongst their peers, somebody outside opinion values more than their parents. So it's like I want to be like that person outside, or they gonna think I'm a punk if I don't do what they doing.
That sounds familiar though.
Yeah, type shit. Type
That's I
shit.
mean because what I want the young people to understand is a lot of the stuff that they're going through currently. A lot of the older heads like myself, people consider me as an old head. We've been through this, and
Yeah,
me and you had some dialogue, and I'm gonna bring us back, but me and you had some dialogue in regards to the differences with that, just
yeah.
growing up, just when you was a young dude, when I was a young guy, a lot of the stuff that we did, the young people now, we've already done that. But then
Right.
I want to like really. Everybody's already seen this curfew. Everybody has seen the young people. Everybody
But
has seen.
it's soft.
Okay, let's get into it though.
It's
Let's get.
soft. Vincent, we didn't want to get in trouble. We didn't want to get caught. Like I know, like fortunately, I heard I never got caught up. Some of my family members got caught up,
Mm. And,
and
and got punished
and
with that
they
curfew law.
yeah they got arrested. They got arrested,
Mm.
But the thing is now that around that time the parents had rights to
Meaning what? Meaning
correct
what?
their child.
Okay.
Now you can't correct your child to
Mm.
your best ability. So if it's a belt, that's just what it is. But you can't do that. And when they made that law, when they took that right,
Mm-hmm.
I remember hearing little girls saying, "My parent beat me. I'm gonna call the police." Now y'all want to penalize the parents after you took the rights from the parents? Like
Mm.
it's like I'm not afraid of my parents because if they beat me, I'm gonna call the police.
Right.
What's I'm going somewhere else. I don't want to go nowhere else, but the
Right.
kids get to run away from home, and it's like what is damn if you do is damn if you don't if you correct your kid.
Correct.
Because if you go put your hands on your kid, they're gonna call the police, and it's sad. It's sad that some of these kids like, oh, I know my right. My parent can't put their hands on me, so I'm gonna do what I want.
Which for me still is kind of confusing because it's like, at what age do these young people gain these rights that you're talking about? Because if you living in my house under my roof and I'm your guardian, whether I'm your parent, whether I'm your biological parent, your
I can
guardian,
curse,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be some rules and regulations under
right?
my, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out how does I don't understand.
It's weird. It's weird. Like, give the parents their rights back, correcting their kids, and you're gonna call it abuse. I understand it's a level of whipping, and then
No,
really
absolutely,
then
absolutely,
abusing them, like fighting them,
A-
like they really on the streets and like
absolutely,
hurting them.
absolutely.
But I know some people that say I ain't got. I know some people that say I'm not gonna beat my kid because look how it affected me.
Right. I've had these conversations.
Now I bet they wish they beat their kid now.
But in hindsight, it's like, do people really believe that? Like, because I don't really. I mean, I
Yeah,
I can't say these young people that we see on TV, whether it be the young women, because I hear now that the young women are more aggressive, than ever.
they've been aggressive.
I
Like
mean,
they
I'm just
been
getting hip because I went to Ballou High School last Thursday, and the young man, was in there because we wanted to know in terms of emotional, control. Like, are you soft with your girl? Are you like, because
they don't they don't they don't know. They don't know.
I'm hearing how you are outside in the street, but are you at least, chill, cool, and calm with your girl? And they said they were for the
It's
most
like
part, but
50
they
50.
said
It's
a
like a
lot of
little
the
50-50.
yeah, but they said, but a lot of the young ladies now they are very aggressive, like super
They
duper
they is.
aggressive.
It's like the roles switched. Like the guys want to chill now. The girls want to be the guys, and they taking the guys out even more now. Fighting more now. I don't like no. I don't want no woman fighting. Like, what you fighting for? Fight
Right,
me. Fight me. Fight me in the room.
right, exactly.
You heard me? Like, fight me in the
Exactly.
room. What you need to do all that for?
Right, right, and
But they don't know. That's
right,
again. They
right,
don't know, and people probably be like, "What you mean they don't know?" Is some of these kids being talked to in the household? Are you waiting till they 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
right,
17 to have conversations with them?
right.
It's not going to go like that
Nah.
sometimes. I know everybody different, but it's not going to go like that sometimes. Sometimes you got to start. For example, my mama started early talking to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Yes.
She started real early. The conversations that we was having, that these kids hearing now,
Right.
later on, I was already 100 times ahead. I was around you, my uncle, the rest of them. I'm already ahead of conversations of understanding how to act. I knew better going down. Let me say, I was coming home from school. I went to Garfield Elementary, Savannah Terrace, Alabama Avenue. Um, One of the ladies named Colleen. If y'all know Colleen, 23rd in Savannah, before her, drug, problem. Walking down the street, walking with my mom. Oh, that's that bad boy right there. That's that bad boy right there. He was. My mama said, beat him.
Hmm.
Just don't kill him and don't bruise him. Village that created a hope. I'm afraid to do anything now because my mama gonna beat me. She just gave them permission to beat me.
Hmm.
You know.
Hmm.
So now, but other parents don't beat my motherfucking kid. Now the manipulation game come in.
Oh, you. Oh, you.
The
Oh,
manipulation game come in now.
you talking,
I ain't
talking.
gonna
Okay.
talk to that kid because their mother or their people. I only let him do whatever he want to do, as long as he don't play with me because I know what I got to do.
Right.
That's how their mentality goes now. It ain't no village now. Now that boy can do whatever he want. He can run to his mother. His mother gonna fight that girl, the sister, the mother, anybody that put their hands, even the dude. The dude might bat him up, but they're gonna fight for their kid, even though their kid was wrong. You could have
Right.
called me first. Woo, woo, woo. You can't tell a person how to act. If
Right.
that kid acting like a kid but doing big boy stuff, you get treated as is.
I agree.
And that kept a lot of kids in their place. Cause I don't want that big boy to hit me. I don't
Right.
nah.
And 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 this,
Now
and this is like what year are you talking about?
early 2000s,
Okay.
1999,
Okay.
2000, 2001,
Okay.
2. I think 3 I moved from around there. I moved around Berry Farms.
Okay.
And I love Berry Farms. I love Berry Farms. That's my second home. That's my family.
That's what's
From
up.
from Parkchester to the bottom of Berry. That's my home. Family orange, like back in the day, family they they stick together.
I was gonna ask that. I was gonna ask how different because I think there are a lot of intricate
Is
things that's connected that has
Back
allowed.
then it was more family like.
Yeah, but
It was
I'm talking about
togetherness.
it's some stuff that's not happening that's disconnected
Yeah,
now that I mean, well, yeah, now that was happening back then that's not happening now because these
no,
kids they don't. I was listening to you, just discipline, morals, respect,
yeah,
knowing what time to be in the house, like just
right.
understand. Like, and one of the things that we talked about offline, and I wanted to bring it back because I wrote it down. And I told my lady, I was like, the kids don't let alone fear their parents. They don't fear nothing.
No, they took that right away. If these kids was in the early 1999 to the early, like back then and to the early 2000s, they won't be like this.
Right.
We was riding bikes outside. It was more inside your neighborhood type
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I was blessed because Alabama Avenue, Savannah Terrace, and around in that area. Shout out to Shawty, because they didn't let me play around. I couldn't hang out. I couldn't hang with the big boys. They said, "Man, go in the house. You too
Right.
bad.
Oh
Go
man.
bye. Go play bye."
Uh.
I couldn't go to tell my mother. I can't tell my mother. So my mind is straight discipline. I can't tell
Yeah.
my mother. I'm already being taught in the household how to be disciplined and how to fight and stuff like that. But I'm outside playing around, not knowing what I'm doing is playfulness. Like
Right.
I got kicked off of your porch a tons
I'm,
of time. If it wasn't you, it was your brother. Bye, youngin. Bye, bye, bye,
bye. Just
bye.
go.
Go with your mother.
Yeah, man. Go with
And
your mother.
what I'm gonna say, I had a lot of fun times, But
Absolutely.
do you hear the story though?
Yeah.
That's village.
Yeah.
These kids, these kids getting to roam around. We roamed around, but the things we did, we made sure that we didn't get caught because we didn't want to get caught.
Because you knew it was gonna happen.
Look, back then you getting beat,
Yeah.
you know, or in the household, somebody else mother disciplining you.
Right.
If it's not your mother or your father, your household, your
Right.
friend household disciplining you. So you value that household more because you never know. It's no difference till today, but it's just like the
Oh,
people.
it's a big difference. It's a big
Yeah,
difference.
it's a big
It's a big.
difference. I'm talking
I mean,
about far as like
even
I'm
just not to cut you off, but even just talking to you offline before we came on here, listening to you because I'm a great listener, and just listening to you, I can say proud of you. I can say, man, great job, because I'm listening. Like you,
yeah
people like I said something online. It was a couple days ago. But I was responding to a comment, and I was just saying how like if somebody cannot see my growth and just keep looking at me like the me that was back then,
yeah
that ain't my problem. That's their
no,
problem. Cause
that's
I'm
their
gone.
problem.
I'm gone.
They still look at you from what they remember.
Right.
Remember, like I told you, my brother, my U.S. Marshal friend, my brother. I'm not my friend, my brother. He told me I was half mature. And remember, I told you, you fully mature because round the corner ain't your home.
Right.
It's nobody.
Right.
You can't run to nobody. Me, I'm half because I can still, that bridge right there,
Right.
I can still go home.
Right.
But do I want to go home or do I want to continue on this path that God blessed me on?
Right.
I want to stay on this path right here because I know what's on that side. That's the right side, the right side. But
Right.
I went an extra step and I went left.
Right.
Yeah, we ain't know about the left. I think a lot of people, if they didn't know about the left side, they should go ahead and choose the left side nowadays because nowadays it get crazy and crazy out here. I think it need to go back to discipline with the kids. Give these parents the right to beat their kids, and the ones that's not disciplined, you ain't gotta beat them, But sometimes it might take a belt or two because a kid gonna be like, my parent ain't gonna do nothing. All they gonna do is yell and talk at me, and
Yeah.
that ain't about nothing. They lose respect. Where the fear at? You gotta be feared. It sucks. Well, it don't suck. Not to me because I understand it. But you must be feared in order for you get the results that you want. You got to.
I'm gonna say I agree with that
Not in that
because
way
of
though.
the
Not that
era.
way.
No, no, I'm saying I agree with that because of the era that I grew up in, and
Hmm.
now as a parent can see how my mother was a certain way with me because she knew when I was going outside.
Right.
She was trying her best to get me ready for, what I'm
Right.
saying. And I mean, again, my father was in my life, and even more and more involved in my life as I got older in my teenage years. Because now I can go see him, on my own, and we can chop it up and all that. But even with him, it was times that I remember doing something in his presence, and he was disappointed in me, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Pops, you mad?" He was like, "Man, yeah, that's some bullshit. Don't be doing that shit." And I was shocked because I was like, Pop's supposed to
It-
be cool, but Pop's like, "Nah, it's certain
nah.
things I'm not going for." And I was just like, "Oh, okay, bet." And so
Right.
for me, not fear at my teenage years, more respect because it made me look at him a little differently now because I'm like, "Oh, okay, he
Um,
got some principles. He got some okay, bet,
yeah.
bet, bet."
Yeah. Because what happened is you probably was shocked about okay, he supposed to be cool and but that unexpected happened. He was like, and it hurt that skin right there. That never
I
got
mean, I
not
ain't gonna say
like
it
hurt.
hurt, but
It
it
grazed
definitely.
that skin because that skin ain't probably tough, but you like, oh wait,
Oh yeah,
But
Yeah,
that skin after
yeah,
that skin got strong right there
yeah,
because a person told you about yourself,
yeah.
and it was the person that part that wasn't there, and like not saying like it
But
wasn't
the
there
amount of respect that I had for him, though.
for it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It be like that though. Sometimes these some of these parents, like some of these women that's raising their kids single, like they single, they ain't got no male figure at all, but they want their child to be like that guy they know outside, but don't know that guy from a can of paint for real, their mental, his what his blood is like for real, what's inside
what
of
he got
him.
going on? Yeah,
Like you don't know that, you just see the representation of him. But behind
but
closed doors,
it's so many. It's so I did a kind of like a report on my podcast some years back, and I remember the numbers. It was like there are, and this is back like 2018, 19. It was saying that 73% of homes are fatherless. I was like, God damn. And I mean,
yeah,
we talking about all races, not, you know,
right,
just specifically targeting black people, but just
right,
everybody, white, Indian, Asian, like with this whole thing. 73%, Slim.
right,
That's mean. So when the women, say, you know, I'm raising them because his father not here. I kind of hear that. I
right,
hear that. But at the end of the day, on my end, I'm like, I hear that, but you got to find somebody that's a man that's gonna be able to put Slim in correction, or give him some critical thinking skills, teaching him how to
right.
control his emotions. Because if
But
he
but
if he three
they
and 4 years old,
pacifying it too much, so they
yeah.
don't.
But
They
if he 3 and 4 years old, who he emulating? The person that he around, his mama. So when he
yeah,
hear you arguing, you being petty, whatever, what you think he doing when he outside?
right.
If he don't
Like
have no
like
male structure.
I was reading this book today. You ever heard of Victor Hugo?
No, I can't say I
Victor
have. Victor
Victor
Hugo.
Hugo, his mom was cheating on his dad. It was a lot of them, but he was the one that stayed up under his mom, right?
Okay.
So he adopted a lot of his mom ways.
Okay.
Okay. His mom started cheating on his father with his father general,
Mm.
right? He knowing about this. So when he found the girl, the woman he loved and married her for a couple years, she she started cheating on him with his
Oh.
best friend,
Oh.
right? He was crying, he was wearing his heart on his sleeve,
He was
and he
hurt.
started stepping out. So
Mm.
he started watching, he started doing the things that he watched his mom do. You repeat the cycle all the time.
Yeah.
And when that time came where he had to make a decision to stay with the one out of cheat or my the woman that the new young girl I found, because he went 20, I think he went 20, I think she was 26, and he found a 22. And that 22 was like, I ain't doing what that 26 you're doing, because that 26 was like, long as I'm taken care of, I don't care what you do. But when it
Mm.
came that time to make him stop, he stopped. He stopped. So I say that to say this, like you said, these boys, females watching, all they know is their mom. They adapt this way. It rehappens. They relive
But
their
it's
parent.
but let me also say it's not all bad though, because I was gonna
No,
say
it's not necessarily
I
bad.
was
No,
primarily raised
it's not
by
all
my mother and
bad.
my grandfather.
It was just
And,
that part.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, but I do understand empathy. I do understand, what it is to really, I want to use the term nurture, in terms of like when I had the opportunity to have another daughter, which I didn't think I was going to, but I was blessed with that.
I'm the only boy. I'm the only boy.
And being able to have Gianna, it was like that was my opportunity to be able to be a nurturer, a listener,
Hmm.
my patience, working on my patience, working on all this stuff. And it's like with these young people, they don't have they're not exposed to it. And that's the word that I like to use, exposure, because they're not
Right.
exposed. lot of stuff. But watch this. Watch this though. Let me read this. Let me read this. So it says statute DC statute 22-811 contributing to the delinquency of a minor. It says it is unlawful for an adult being 4 more years older than a minor to invite, solicit, recruit, assist, support, cause, encourage, enable, induce, advise,
God
incite,
damn.
facilitate, permit, or allow a minor to. And then it starts getting down to the nitty gritty of all the laws. I'm gonna give you one. Be truant from school.
They locked us up and then they let you go back.
And
I
and,
remember
and I ran from the truancy offices before, so I know. You know what I'm saying?
they need to put back into these programs. Like, what about the Big Brother programs?
Exactly.
What about? I remember I was in elementary. I was bad. I think me and my cousin and some other the guys in elementary though. This elementary. Remember
Hmm.
Beyond Scared Straight?
Absolutely.
I was that without the cameras. We was that without the. I'm gonna say we was that without the cameras. When
Okay.
they took us up to, I think Douglas.
Yes.
When Douglas, the bad boys get the cut,
Yeah.
teach them how to get their trade, to cut hair and stuff. They used to talk to us. The police used to take us out of school to go up there to hear older people talk. Well,
Wow.
the people above me
Right.
talk, and the
Okay.
ones above them talk.
Okay.
They don't have that no more.
Nah.
They not forcing that no more. Let me say that. Because I don't believe my mother signed a permission slip for that to happen. They took. My grandmother ran was like, what y'all doing to my grandson? They was like, oh, we're going to get them to get a haircut and talk to people. Woo, woo. My grandma ain't know nothing about that. Like, why you taking my grandson?
So can I ask though? Did um was that impactful for you in any way?
Yeah, because I see now. I
Okay.
see it now.
Okay.
I ain't play. I'm serious. I was around older people. You, other older people, the people that didn't like the guys around that neighborhood didn't let me do nothing, you know. So I already pretty much got a clue of everything. I just wanted to do what I wanted to do. Cause I know better in the house. In the house, I'm quiet. When I ain't around my mother, and the rules was don't let your mother or nobody in the household know what you're doing outside. Keep that away.
Yeah.
Now, the mothers, the fathers, the aunties, they indulge in all this. I was, I got beaten. What?
Yeah.
What? I got talked to. What?
Yeah.
And
I,
my talking is only one time. It wasn't one. It wasn't two, three warnings for real. It was
nah.
one time. Then, hey, I'm gonna correct that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's, it's too much soft. Well, they took the right. So, what you want?
Yeah.
What can a parent do? I
So I'm glad
remember
you
putting the
said that.
kid away. Remember putting the kid away.
I'm
I went to
glad you
school.
said that because
I
I
went to
made a
school with
note of
all of them.
yeah, I
I went
made
to
a note
school.
of when you said taking parents right away, but then you said the parents are solved. But then as soon as you said solved, you went right back to that, taking
Yeah.
the right of the parent away. Because that's important to know. I mean, because I hear some of the parents and I do understand, me being a parent. And so I do understand that you're not going to be around your child 24/7, what I'm
Right.
saying, all the time. But I think that it does start, in that household, in
Right.
that environment of understanding, hey, when you outside, please check in. If you going from one place to the next, just text me, let me know.
Yep.
Just keep me in the loop. I ain't saying you gotta
Ask
tell
me.
me everything, but just
Ask me.
yeah,
Let
but
me
just
know
keep
where
me in
you
the
at.
loop.
Now it's
Yeah,
that not that no
yeah,
more.
yeah. I mean, because okay, let me read one more. Let me
Well,
read one.
I ain't gonna say it's not that no more because we don't know who really tapping in with their parents like that. So I ain't gonna say it's not
I agree.
everybody.
I agree.
It's just
I,
what we don't hear no more.
I agree.
We don't hear. Hey, I remember hearing kids used to be like, "I'm telling my mother where I'm going, where I'm at." I remember that. I remember when my best friend he didn't come home. His mother called my phone. You
Yeah.
seen
Where
you
my
seen
son
my
at?
son?
Mm-hmm.
She knocked on my grandmother's door before.
Mm.
You seen
I'm
my
not playing.
son?
I'm not playing with you. Yeah. Yeah,
Like that stuff really is gone.
yeah. Let me read one more. So everything that I wrote up top, facilitate, advise, incite, permit, all that. Okay, it says that violate a court order. How many kids you know have violated court orders?
Tons.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the thing, they're not afraid to go to jail.
You know, look, violate any criminal law of the District of Columbia for which the penalty can constitutes a misdemeanor, except for acts of civil disobedience.
Mm.
So let me swing real quick because I know that was a lot. Let me swing real quick. So, and I'm glad I wrote these notes. So the attorney general had a big old press conference, showed the video, talked about all of this stuff that we talking about. But then I turned right around and saw the candidates for mayor, and
Yeah.
all of them were asked a question in regards to were they going to adhere to this new statute and work with MPD to work with the kids and all this, just this curfew and all this. Yeah, what they said. No, we're not
No,
doing that. No, we're not
no,
doing because in their mind they feel like it's something else that could be done, and that she has no connection to DC, don't know our neighborhoods, don't know our people, just
nope.
here and just trying to force shit on us. So I still kind of want you to go back to the Vincent Gray time
Oh yeah,
because
because Vincent Gates he wasn't playing. He was strict. Your mama getting locked up too. My people's got locked up, and the mama. Yeah, it
and
wasn't nothing.
and we
It
don't
was
hear about that. We don't
they
hear that
not
happen.
they not playing. He wasn't playing. I really hated him, bro. Like I know my mother's gonna make sure I stay in the nighttime, but I'm like, what about my friend? Like, forget me. What about everybody I'm cool with?
Right.
Like, come on, you giving us curfews. I'm so used to going over my grandmother's house, running around H&R, you know, curfew. I remember watching some of my friends, Free Steve-O, he getting chased by the jump outs. I'm like, whoa, I'm on my porch. So I'm like on my porch on the front line. I'm on the porch watching. I'm like, dang, bruh. Like,
But where you at? You
I'm on the
safe and sound.
porch. I hold the porch. I hold the
Exactly.
porch watching.
Exactly.
Uh
So
no.
so so just for context, can you tell everybody how old you are?
I'm 33.
See? So
I,
just so people know, like for me to see you at 33, man,
mm-hmm.
what?
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
and it and it took time. And guess what? Nobody in your village ever gave up on you. I mean, you might not have seen me all the time,
No,
but
no,
whenever
but
you had my
you still
phone
came and
number,
got me.
oh,
You still
exactly.
talk. I remember
Yeah.
I ain't seen you in a long time. You came with your
Time.
shirts. I
Yeah.
still, if I ain't mistaken, I still got the last the little flower, the little fan joint you gave me.
Okay.
Remember the black shirt you
Yeah.
doing your club? I it was still like to me, the memory I have of a person was if it's a good thing, we're gonna pick it up like it ain't never, we ain't lose no.
Right.
We still, yeah. You
Yeah.
got a new journey. You could tell me more. I can learn
Yeah.
more from you. I wanted to play
Absolutely.
fight with you. You looked at me and said, Champ, go ahead, Champ. I don't do that. I don't
I
do
don't,
that. Hey,
yeah. I
hey,
don't,
Jay, go ahead, tell him I don't do that, Jay. Go ahead.
yeah.
Tell him
I
stop
don't,
playing.
yeah. I mean, because I might swing once to get you off me. After that, I mean,
You
I,
flash
I
out.
got I got to remember you to go ahead, Slim. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead all time. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
and
So yeah,
and
I just look at these. I just look at these. I mean, it's all types of stuff. Violating any criminal law that constitutes felony. Like like these kids is walking around with switches. These kids talking about
I
they got 2 and 3 and guns in the house.
go to the military. Go to the army.
I mean, so and when we initially talked and you said this, it was
Yeah.
reinvigorating to me because I had a conversation prior to hearing you say that, and I said something the same thing. Like, why can't we figure out who are the worst of the worst, meaning that these individuals that clearly show by the numbers and them being locked up and not abiding by the rules and whatever algorithm you got to follow. Why can't we round
Right.
them up and send them over there?
Yeah, because
I mean, especially if they
I know the
legal age. I
recruiter.
ain't throw them over there, but if they 18 and they can, man, yeah, take them.
Go
Yeah,
ahead, go because you ain't so the problem is they thinking that they really gonna go do missions. It's not that. If you choose that path, like the recruiter told me, you got to choose that path. We got other things that you can do. You can get a job in the military. You can go to
and
school in the military, and it's free.
it takes some training to choose some of them different
Yes,
paths. It
yes.
take a long time to get
You
out there
just
on that
they
front
just
line.
not going. No, you got to
Yeah,
be really built for that.
yeah,
You got to be built for it. And a
yeah.
lot of these kids is not built for that.
Man,
They
look,
just
we was talking about it. The dude that was throwing the check. He
yeah.
he he,
Hey,
he didn't
hey,
seem like
come
he
on,
was
bro. He
really.
smacked his friend.
Yeah.
What you picking
So
up a
it's like
chair
what,
for?
like so it's and I understand because I had a conversation about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks, maybe about a month ago, and it was an older guy, right? And he was saying that he put on these basketball 3-on-3, tournaments for the young guys to come out to play or whatever. And he was saying it's hard for me to get the young guys to play. I said, why is that, coach? He said because they scared to see people. No, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me make sure I don't say that. He said because they scared for people to see them fail. I was like, what?
I could- true.
I,
It's
I,
like it's
he
like
was
true.
I'm telling you, these guys, if they miss a layup or if they miss a shot, and somebody in the crowd like, oh, look at this bump,
I,
it fuck
I
with their head.
yeah
I
yeah
said, for real?
yeah yeah. It do. I was I wasn't like I was a sore loser growing up. I didn't like to lose. I got in a fight with my
But see,
cousin.
being a sore loser and not and being able to lose in front of people is different. You can lose in front of people and be upset, but you like you're not scared. You're not
Not
scared to go in
scared.
front of people
No,
and lose.
nah. You
You
ain't
know what I'm saying? You got
scared,
to break
but you just
down.
don't want to. You don't want to go do
I
that.
get that. Yeah, I
So
get that. Like,
they ain't gonna go do that. Like,
yeah,
nah, bro, I ain't gonna do that. But I feel comfortable right here, knowing that in this neighborhood, I'm one of the top guys in this neighborhood,
right.
and I'm going to play right here. I don't care if I win or lose. I'm still gonna talk trash. I might start a fight if I lose, but this
Yeah,
that neighborhood that I'm comfortable. They
I can
not
see that.
they not comfortable
I can see that.
everywhere.
So let me ask you this. I mean, based on some of the things that you talked about when it was your Vincent Gray's administration. Do you think what they're doing now, what they're trying to put? I mean, because this thing is
Yep.
current. This thing is currently in place.
I
Do
think
you
they
think that this will have an impact,
uh
including the parents? Like including the parents. Do you think it's
it
going to
it
have
should
an impact?
it shouldn't really fall on the parents. It's kind of tricky to say that because you got some parents that indulge in this stuff, and like they like it hurted me just seeing a video that I don't know how old they was, but the
Mhm.
dude was at the store with his mother, and the dude stepped to him. He punched the dude in the face. The dude got up, shot him.
The, this was the dude with the mother.
No, mm-mm.
The,
The
okay,
dude
so it was
that punched him in the
reversed.
face
Okay.
got shot.
Ah,
And his mother watched, said, that motherfucker just shot my baby.
baby.
And they wasn't even none of these little kids out here that's doing it. Cause you can't fault you can fault them, but at the same time, you gotta also talk to the parent. We need the programs back. Cause some of these kids, parents want to put their kids in sports or do things while they can go to work. But
Right,
they want to know how you can get back home. I'm scared for you to
right,
be on that metro
right.
because you got foolish people waiting to rob.
Yeah.
I'm scared. Like my mom, she said, "Hey, you want to play the sport? Do they gotta wait for you to get back home? You can go, you can do this, but I know your attitude, you how you is. Do they gotta wait for you to get back home? You can go.
Mm.
They had no way. My mom by herself. She ain't had the income. So some now there goes where the kids just stand in the neighborhood. All I gotta do now is sit. They can't go play football and stuff. I ain't got no money. My parents woo woo. These kids will go say, "Man, I'm gonna watch the hustler right there. I'm about to go hustle. I can't go do that, but I can stay right
Yep.
here within ground. So I gotta adapt to this game because I can't go do with this what I want. Some of these kids, some of these, some of these kids had to choose that because they couldn't do that.
Mm.
They ain't had
Okay.
nothing else to. Hey, I want to go hang with my friends and play sports, but my mom ain't got the income. She ain't got the help that she needs. She don't know nothing about none of this thing. No man figure for real. But I'm gonna go watch this hustler right here now and go down that path now. Like it go 50-50. Some kids, I'm gonna just say this. My mom asked me, I think like probably 4, 5, 6 years old, what I wanted to be. And I told her I want to be a pimp and a hustler and play basketball. What I was watching around me.
I had something in my eye. I was getting something on my eye.
At an early age, knowing what I wanted to do.
Wow. A pimp, a hustler, and a basketball player.
I couldn't go
That's
play
what I wanted to
basketball.
do. Yeah. Yeah.
My uncles was around, but they ain't my uncles' responsibility because they got their own kids. Uncle John, he young. He probably, I think he was somewhere around. He had his own thing going on, you
Right.
know. But
Right.
in that house, I just had my mama,
Yeah. No, you had more.
stepfather.
You had more than your
No,
mother
no,
though.
I'm talking about like when we moved away.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Like now, when I just
Okay.
had her by myself, nobody else.
And I ain't gonna lie. I told John one time that I had more fun when y'all moved because I could just pull up on y'all now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it was still fun on six, but it was even. I had even more fun when y'all was right there by the Frederick Douglass house.
yeah, right there, Alabama Avenue.
You know what I'm saying? I remember coming over there, and so it just it made
It
it look
it
because
was
now I'm intentionally coming over there to see y'all.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
It
I thought that was
it was
sweet that I
it be you out of your element,
yeah.
and you know what a lot of people don't understand what
And
that
I
do.
and not to cut you off, and I knew going into a new neighborhood, if I'm coming to y'all house, I was gonna be good no matter what.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I ain't had to feel no type of way about being in a different neighborhood if I was
nope.
at y'all house. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it was cool. I
it.
really I treasure those memories of being over there.
And then that goes back to that village.
Right.
That
Y'all,
village.
y'all had a hell of a village, Joe.
Yeah, we
Olane,
did.
listen. I be telling John, I be like, man, I be remembering stories about Miss Olane, man, and it
The
just I could just see him vividly because Miss Olane,
the
like,
warden. She the
would
warden. She
would not
the
play with you. Like
nope
she would not like. You lying to me? No, Miss Olane, come here. I'm gonna slap you. Hold on, Miss Olane.
village.
Like, so I mean, when I see this and I'm looking at all of this stuff, and I thought that me like looking at all of this stuff and then seeing somebody talk about how the attorney general has no ties to DC, doesn't know the kids, don't know the neighborhoods, don't, and then see the mayoral candidates be asked, would you align with this? And they like, nah, we not aligning with that because and then they start saying what you were saying, programs and this and that, and
Yeah,
you
because
know,
these kids ain't got nothing to do.
yeah, no, I
They
agree,
you
I
you
agree.
can't discipline your kid the way you feel like you got to.
I think that's where it starts, and I'm happy you said that. Taking the parents' rights away, I think it starts there. I think we can have a
Yeah,
a bigger conversation, but I think when you think about it, it starts there because I got a homie who disciplined his kids. Long story short, disciplined his two daughters.
mm-hmm.
Montgomery County. Montgomery County showed up at his door. When he opened the door, he had the belt in his hand. They locked him up.
Right there.
They locked him up, Joe.
You
Like,
should,
and then had to go through this whole ordeal. I was like, for disciplining your kids in your house with your door closed and locksmith? Are you serious? He was like, yeah. locked me up, Slim. I was like, that's crazy.
And don't that show you how? Don't that teach the kids how to disrespect the parent?
Exactly. So
Where to
so
respect that?
man,
I get the parents' hands tied. So soft parenting is a real thing now,
no,
even
it really
more.
is. It really, I mean, me and my lady, we be out and we be seeing people with the kids, and we just be looking at them,
I
and the
bet.
kids just be doing whatever, and they just be like, "No, don't do that, don't do." Because I'll be looking at her sometimes. I'll be like, "Now you know, motherfucker, well, excuse my language. If that was my kid, I don't give a fuck if we on a plane in the park. I don't and talk. I don't give a fuck where we at. Hey, let me all let you real quick."
Yeah.
Just real quick, cause my mother have done it to me. So just like you said, that fear that you had from your mother, it wasn't like, I thought my mother was gonna kill me or do, but it was just the
Nah.
fact that, man, I gotta deal with
I
this
knew.
shit. I don't
I
want to deal
knew.
with this.
My mama had a conversation with me and my brother before my sister came. She said, "I don't visit. I don't write. If you
Mm,
go out, and this is early conversation. We're not even in double digits.
mm,
So the game is being told us early.
early. Yeah,
I don't visit, I don't write. Whatever you do, you better handle it. You better handle that.
yeah. Or
So
deal with whatever
the
you got going.
consequences, it's no, I don't know no other way out. So how I've raised my sister, my little cousin, I tell them, hey, make a decision. Make sure you make a real. This is a real decision that you need to make, and you need to worry. You need to worry about all the outcomes that can happen behind your decision.
Yeah.
My
Cause you
my
said
God,
that's your consequence.
my godson, same thing. It- he's he ain't, I ain't had to worry about him no more. School, I ain't had to worry about it because he knew I had. He had a village, like he had a village that remind me something like mine, but way better. He had a village, and I kept my word with him.
Yeah, I
I
like that.
I'm his father. I talked to his daddy. Hey, my man wants you here with us. Popped up at that graduation,
Yeah, yeah,
proud.
yeah,
His father wanted to cry
yeah. Eh,
because his daddy ain't get to see that.
and
Broken
and
curses.
and that right there, right? But and us, you, me, you know, my brother's age, niggas that we cannot be we we cannot be afraid of saying I'm proud of you,
No,
love you, Slim.
right.
Like we had
That
to
was the
break that.
forbidden. It's like it was forbidden.
Yeah,
It
we
was like
gotta
it
break
was
that.
weakness.
We got like because I had a conversation with somebody, and the last thing that he mentioned to me was, man, sometimes I mean I know I fought to do this and I'm doing good. Man, it'd be nice to hear my siblings or my brother or my uncle or that person that he respected say, man, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
It's somebody out there wanting to hear that, and they don't get to hear it.
I tell
And I
little
don't like,
kids. I tell kids that I don't know. I love you.
yeah,
I
why not?
I got a homegirl. She was stressing. She said, my son keep doing this. They talking about this. He gonna get put out and woo woo. I said, bring him to me. Bring
Mm.
him to my job. I didn't think she was gonna do it.
And she did.
She did. I had a whole conversation with her. Whole conversation. I said, how you like the ride? You know where I live at now. I said, how you like that?
Mhm.
But I was at work though. And I was
Okay.
like, how you like the ride out here? What you see different? He said, I like the scenery. He said, man, I seen a Porsche. He said,
Mm.
man, I seen a Lamborghini. I seen it. I said, you
Mm.
want that? He said, yeah. I said, you can get that. You gotta work hard
Exposure.
for it. He been
Exposure.
exposed. Being exposed helps a lot of people. Well, it
And
helps people. It helps people. Being exposed help people. It make people that don't want for nothing want something. Because a lot of people
yeah,
don't want nothing for real.
yeah,
It's
for
not
real, yeah.
until
I
they
agree.
start saying something that they never seen. Oh, I want that. How do you
Yeah,
maintain? They don't ask questions though.
yeah.
They be
That
like,
That's the thing.
They
That's
don't
the
ask questions.
like
But I
closed
want
mouths
that
don't get
though.
fed. No question is a stupid question. Like you like
Yeah,
retain the information, and that's the part that like gets me because the kids. I know you smarter than what you are. I know what you doing, but it's something that you like. I heard somebody say the reason why the kids react the way they do is because it's the only thing they know. It's the only thing they know how to do and how
yeah,
like it's the thing they go
like
to. They don't know how to ask for help. They don't know how to because they don't think nobody gonna give it to them.
right, right, and they don't want to be embarrassed.
That
My mother
that
embarrassed me. My mother was the bully, the influencer, the
hey
parent, the
hey
friend, the
hey.
sister, the
Your mom
father.
be like, hey, you need to come get your godson. I'm like, damn, what are you doing? You need to come talk to him. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn.
and it really took a lot. It
Yeah.
took a whole lot, like so much anger. You know, this one guy named Christopher Glass. My mother made got him to be my mentor from school. He
Okay.
came on the weekends to pick me up. He took me out Maryland. I got attitude, but I know I play basketball.
Yeah.
You like to work out? Introducing me to like really working out. I'm on an
Mm-hmm.
exercise bike. Man, it's a motherfucker. Man, like back on them old school Jones, you got to put a pad on there for the level to go up.
For the left, yeah.
Yeah. Mad, bro. I'm mad, man. He said, what you gonna cry? He already know that I'm hot headed. Some people just don't care. But I got enough. He know I had enough. I gave him enough respect to do anything.
But
Like,
I,
I,
but you gotta give him some credit too,
no, this is
because
100% credit because I
yeah,
wish I watched a part of his life that I'm doing now myself. I
he but he knew that was gonna influence you though, T.
Yeah,
He
I
knew that.
I love working with kids even more now because after that workout, he put me on the basketball court, legs noodle. I'm playing against grown men, still
Yeah,
shooting my jump shot, and at the end, I didn't give up. He said, "You know why I pushed you?" I said, "No, why?" He said, "Because I see you.
yeah.
I see the potential in you. You didn't give up. You wasn't scared." He said, "I wasn't even worried about you being scared or anything." He had to
None of
break me
that.
out of, he had to
Yeah.
break, he switched. He said, "No, I had to break you out of your shyness."
Mm.
He said, you don't be scared, you shy. And you don't want to say the wrong thing. You don't want to react the wrong way. So you be quiet.
So is that you wanting to be a respectable individual, or is that
I,
you holding back that animal that's
that
still
you can't look at me wrong when I was
yeah
young.
yeah
You could.
yeah
What you looking at? Because my
yeah
own, you looking at me too long is a problem. That's
yeah.
where I was once a physical person.
Hey, listen, we talked to some young guys in Baloo Thursday, and this came up. A dude said, "Man, you can't." I said, I can't be across the street. I can't be across the street just looking across the street and looking your way without you thinking it's an issue. He like, nah, and if you look at me too hard, I gotta come holler at you. I'm like, man,
Yeah,
and the reason why I said no judgment because okay, we talking what 2026, and I can go back to 1996, and that was my
that that
mentality as
that
well.
that was what you boom.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
so I
boom. Like
so
what you doing?
I told him I can't judge if that's what it is, but what I'm asking is, how do
I got-
we, if we want different, how
You
do we continue to do the same shit but expecting something different to happen? That's insanity.
you
We
know
can't
I
keep doing the same shit over and over again. So we
I
got to figure
encountered
out a
that.
way change our way of thinking or what we doing, the people that we in. Because if you with people, and this is just me, this is how I feel. If you with people that's gonna let you bullshit, and I'm talking about extremely, then you don't need to be them ain't the right people around you. Because
Right.
it got to a point where if I did something extreme, like
You had a lot
I'm
of
a
yes men
yeah, like
people not holding you
Learn, he
accountable
might
because they don't want to
lie.
get on your bad side. I don't
Larry, he
want to
might
fight
let me
because I know
slide.
how you gonna go.
Yeah, my brother might let me slide. John might let me. It's been times John be like, "Nah, K dog, nah." Huh? Fuck you
Yeah,
mean? Nah,
he
Slim.
told you some
Nah.
stories.
You know what
He
I'm
told
saying?
you some
So
stories.
I respect somebody who loves me enough to tell me when I'm wrong. And these
Yeah,
kids, they don't have that. It's just so many little pieces
they,
that they don't
their
have.
skin. They got skin, but the skin too soft. So you can't tell them. You gotta really like, nah, no funny. You gotta be that type of person that know how to approach the kid.
Yeah,
Not approach them where, hey Slim, woo, nah. Hey,
yeah,
let me talk to you. Hey, come here, let me talk to you. Or you walk to them in front of
yeah,
the group. I don't mean no
yeah,
disrespect. I
yeah, yeah,
respect you, man.
yeah,
Respect man.
yeah,
Because
for
at the
sure.
end of the day, because I was told when you 12 years old and you carrying yourself like a grown man, you grown.
Right,
So
right,
you get treated like you grown.
right,
I watched older men yell at the kids, and the kids like, man, you ain't my motherfucking fuck. Woo, 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 woo.
right, right,
Me growing up, saying, hey, I'm gonna walk to you. Hey, you ain't gotta do that, bro.
right,
You ain't got man respect, man. I come out of respect. Respect leads a long way. When you do that, the kids respond differently. If you respond negative with negative, you're gonna get negative reactions.
right,
You respond with positive with the negative, yeah, you're gonna go mediocre. But
right,
but when you're a mature person and you know that okay, if I go approach this way, this gonna happen. This might happen right here. So anything youngins say, I'm gonna control myself because I know that it might go that he might say something I don't like. I want to punch him in the. So you either say something or you don't say something.
right.
I'm the type where at this point in my life, say whatever you want to say. Just don't touch me. Just
Yeah,
don't touch me.
yeah,
You can say whatever you want. Just don't touch me.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm a B. Yeah, I'm a B. You're
yeah,
right. Hey,
yeah,
but Lord Youngin right here, I know you listening.
yeah,
I know he's saying this, but I know you listening. You know he
yeah,
wrong.
yeah,
They don't have no real friends. Some people don't have real friends. Let's just say
yeah.
some kids, some people just don't have real friends.
I agree.
And that real friend would love that friend so much, and he'd be like, "Man, I'm just going to do what he do. I love that's my guy." Some guys were like, "Man, I'm leaving you." Then they gonna feel bad for leaving them because something happened to them. Then they gonna be like, "Man, I knew, but you got to check yourself and go look in the mirror." Like, man, I knew better. He knew better. I took the high road, and some kids do that. Like that incident I'm kind of want to know how it all started.
Me too.
Did
Me
those,
too.
and this is, I got to play both sides. I got to talk about both sides because whether those boys did something to one of them and they ran in there for safety
Right.
and they getting in trouble for reacting for real. They just
Right.
reacted on what, because they, they got soft skin. You can't tell me how to act out. I ain't about to be no punk out here. I want a
Right.
name out here.
Right.
So we did this. That's fun.
Right.
Some
Yeah.
of the kids gonna be like, man, that ain't fun, but we had to do what we had to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and vice versa, if they seen one of the kids that they just looked at them wrong and they just went in there and did that. It's crazy, but that's how it happens. Sucks.
And, and I try my best not to be too judgmental because when I see the kids, I see me because I
Yeah,
you
we was
know
kids before. So it's like,
yeah,
our the thing about our earth, it was no videos.
nah,
It wasn't fun to get caught up.
nah,
It wasn't. You didn't want to get
nah,
caught.
nah, not
So
at all.
now it's like they took the
Nah.
rights. Now look at it. They took the rights. Kids not scared. Parents beat them,
But
calling the police.
but it also taught us how to stay the fuck out the way.
Right. But they not to
Literally.
be in the way now.
No, yeah, that's true.
They
That's
they
true.
could be in the way. I
That's
don't
true.
I be looking at kids that's in the way. I be like, what's the
That's it.
goal? What's
What do
the
you
goal? What's the
like? What's
goal?
the end game? Slim? Yeah,
Like, is
yeah,
it to make money? Like you
yeah,
got the guys that want to make money.
yeah,
You got the guys that just want to be in the mix.
yeah.
Then
Or
you got
just the
the
guy just to,
just to
I just want
be.
a name. For
I just
what?
want a
What you
name.
talking about? Name? Come
Because
on, dog. Come
I want my face. Because we didn't know names. We wasn't
nah,
taught to say names. It was
nah.
about your face.
Your
Your
face.
face
Yeah,
card is what's matter.
yeah.
I like to wear my jacket real clean. Like you ain't gotta know my name, but I could walk in your ear, you respect me because I respect you.
Exactly.
I ain't being no gangster. I ain't on I'm here with this person right here. That's just what it is. I show love. Hey, I know my role in this neighborhood. My role is to be quiet and whatever's neighborhood business, neighborhood business. But the sad
Yep.
part of this, though, they not in no neighborhood. They in public. These probably
This.
ain't no. Those are probably the kids that just want to go have fun and you got the boys that let's go do this. Look, like we was young. You go down galleries and click of boys. We dress good, and then you want to get into some trouble a little bit. However it went, but it's just a repeated cycle. It's
How
just
do we stop it?
how we
How do
stop it.
we? Yeah.
They had too much time on their hands. Parents can't beat them. Parents won't send them to the military. You can't go to Sasha Bruce. You can't go
Yeah.
there. You ain't got
Yeah.
no big brother, no big cousin.
No, nothing.
And this not affecting everyone, but it's affecting the ones that don't have control.
Right.
You want to be friends with your kids, but your friend,
Right.
like I was laughing at a skit, right? It was funny, but it's so true how the proms go.
Mm-hmm.
Now the mother got know the son got the Drake in the bag, got the liquor,
Mm-hmm.
got the weed, got the sit.
Mm-hmm.
It was never. That means it was never cool doing that in front of your parents. To this
Nah.
day, I don't like for my mother to hear nothing about me.
Yeah.
Whatever a person experienced with me,
Yeah.
I don't want my mother to hear it.
Right.
To this
That's
day,
right.
I don't
Right.
even
That's right.
carry. I don't even carry myself in a such manner
Wait. Right.
with her or without her.
Right. That's
But
absolutely
just
right.
know, if I was without her and I had to do something, pray to
She
God.
she she gonna understand though.
Yeah,
She gonna understand because it's been times I give you an example and one time me my mother and my youngest daughter Gianna we going to the movies at Rivertown and we in line and this dude I guess they was coming walking away from the window from buying the tickets or whatever and he stepped on Gianna's foot and when he stepped on her foot she immediately held my hand because I guess it hurt a little bit so I looked down I said you okay she said yeah and the girl was like she okay I was like, yeah, she okay. And she hit the dude, say you sorry. He was like, for what?
yeah.
My mother took Gianna's hand and grabbed her hand, and they both stood behind me. I said, Slim, you said for what? She was like, sir, let me apologize to him. He's stupid. Like just like that. And the whole time I'm looking at him like, so if my mother and my daughter went with me, Slim, man. So
You
I've
see the
also
respect and stuff that now they punching the kids. The mothers want the boyfriends, the sons punch the boyfriends,
yeah,
and
yeah, that's yeah.
and it's
Not gonna work.
cool, but
That's not gonna
they
work.
pull that, they stab them or put
That's
that
not
gun
gonna
on
work.
them,
That's not gonna work. It's not
and
gonna work. And then you can't be on TV talking about, oh no, not my baby. Yeah, your baby.
yeah,
Yeah,
your
your
baby
baby.
ain't do nothing wrong. He was a good no,
Yeah,
he was good in
yeah.
front of you.
So can I say that I think that this is for those type of parents, the
Yeah,
parents
it
that's just
is.
habitual with not, you know, no boundaries,
Yes,
no punishment, no just willy
yes.
nilly. Like my lady said something one time that I thought was funny. She said, "I think that it needs to be a permit to be able to have babies." I was like, "Wait, what?"
Hey, remember what I
She's
said though, right? You remember what
she
I
said
said?
just like people gotta get a driver's license, just like lawyers gotta get a law degree, and she said people that want to have kids should be able to get some type of permit or like the requirements, meet the requirements to have a kid. I'm like,
Yeah,
picture that.
because a lot of
Highest
them don't
tax
know how
bill?
to have. Because a lot of people are parents, but they ain't parents.
Nah, nah,
Like, is a father in the household, but really, is it really a father in the household?
nah, nah.
I
Because
see him,
if,
but what you
if
learning?
he don't know what the father look like, he ain't gonna know how to. You know what I'm saying? Like it just
Right.
nah, nah,
But
nah.
I
Hey
don't.
Slim,
We should.
man,
We
look,
gonna do a pod two real soon. And I
yeah,
want.
yeah,
I
yeah.
like I told you,
Because
I got the military recruiter guy.
I wrote that down. I wrote
I
that
I
down. Let
do
me see.
have him. I want to make
Okay.
sure, and I want we can. I know we can go to certain neighborhoods. Like we good. We go to these neighborhoods. We could talk to the kids themselves, and you can get their input on these things because it's not every kid.
No, I agree. I agree. And
It's
and
not
you
every
and you
kid.
don't know who they are unless you go to them.
Right.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know. You
We
don't know.
most definitely gotta do a part two. But
Yeah,
I
we
want to
can
be.
let's set it
I
up.
want to go. I want to be live together, going to the neighborhoods or going to meet the recruiter and let my recruiter good dude tell you the insight of what he got planned. Him and his wife got planned actually because they trying to
All
get
right.
young guys and young women jobs early. Get them a job. Get them a job. Get them some. Give them something to look forward to help their family because
Hey, do me a favor. Oh, I forgot. You forgot to tell me, but I'm gonna remember to do it tonight. I'm gonna send you my email address, and I'm gonna also send you my website. I said that, but I forgot to do it.
yeah,
So, and with me doing that, also just chop it up with him and just see when he may have some free time, and if it coincides time that I'm there,
yeah.
that we can set it up. We can set it up.
Okay,
We can set
okay.
it up.
Make sure I reach out to him. What
Yeah,
time is? What time is it? Probably my
it's
gym
like it's
time.
like 8:47 right now. It's like 8:47.
Oh yeah, this is my gym time. I ain't calling nobody at 8. But most definitely in the morning, I'm
Okay,
most definitely gonna give him a phone call
okay.
and we'll start locking in like that by tomorrow.
And let's circle back for this part two because there's a couple. It's like one, two. It's like three things that I didn't get to mention, but that's all good.
Yeah, yeah, cause my gym time. This is my I had a long day today. I was in a crawl space
It's
for
all good.
hours. But
It's all good.
my gym time, I love you. You
Yeah, for
know,
sure. Love
I'm
you too.
proud of you.
Proud of you
You
too, man.
you you are free. You get to go to your heaven and come back to what you familiar with, but
Mm,
it don't really affect you because you
mm,
know, yeah,
mm. I appreciate that, Slim.
you're welcome, my guy.
Let's get together, man.
Real soon.
All right.
All right, love you.
Love you too, man.